Deforestation has become a global issue. Logging, cattle grazing and sustenance farming are the main contributors to deforestation. Home to nearly 50% of the world's species, the forests are the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. If we do not start to take action on finding ways to protect and preserve the forests, soon there will be none left. Here, in Cornwall, the Eden Project has turned this barren, disused land into a flourishing global garden.
There's a huge list of reasons why we need to conserve rainforests, but you can sum it up very simply in terms of climate change. The rainforest acts as the buffer between the harsh atmosphere and sun and us on the ground. It circulates the water, it regulates the climate, it controls our soils, does all these things for us for free, and we completely take it for granted. Then we can look to the wildlife. It's home to monkeys, parrots, and most importantly, people. We're animals too. There are millions of people around the world who are absolutely dependent on rainforests. But because we think all our products just come from Tesco's or Asda, we totally forget that we're reliant on that vanilla plant or that banana tree over there.
80% of the food we consume within the Western world comes from the tropical regions of forest cover. We take products from the forests every day. Little over an acre is destroyed every second. The forests are of infinite importance to us, however we are allowing the depletion of them to continue. Forest cover within the 1950s was almost double to what it is now. What we do can make a difference. By supporting sustainable growth, we are supporting the future of the forests.
With a population of 7 billion people almost, we have got an inexhaustible appetite for metals, for oil, for the timber, for the paper, for things like palm oil, soya, cattle, all of these things that are globally traded commodities. And the more those go up in value, the more we want to chop the stuff down to get at them. Now, the one thing that we always used to know when we used to farm a bit better was that by giving stuff back to the ground, it means we can carry on taking. Now, the way it's got lately is that we're taking too much and we're not putting enough back. We're not taking care of the resource that looks after us. So the thing we have to do in the future, with 7 billion hungry people looking for food, is we've got to give stuff back to the soil.
Today, palm oil cultivation is one of the largest causes of deforestation within the tropical forests. The demand for palm oil is so incredibly high that new ways to sustain its crops are much needed. Organisations like the RSPO are already taking action.
The big problem is going on in Southeast Asia, particularly in Malaysia, Indonesia, and islands like Borneo and Sumatra. There, palm oil is expanding over the islands, and what were once lush jungles like we're standing in now are turning into deserts of palm trees. The other really relevant issue isn't about wildlife or landscape, it's about carbon and palm oil. Because palm oil plantations are being put onto peat swamps, particularly in southern Borneo. Now, these peat swamps contain vast amounts of carbon, and when this land is deforested, that carbon immediately goes up into the atmosphere as a huge surplus. So not only are we're perpetuating the cycle, we're both increasing the carbon in the atmosphere, which is drying out the land below, and then carrying on again. So we're in a really sticky situation that we need to get out of. But why it's also important is because this issue of palm oil is locked up in how we consume. Every time we go shopping, we are all buying palm oil. And every time you buy a processed bit of food, a bag of crisps, margarine, even cosmetics for your skin, toothpaste, all this stuff has got palm oil in it. We can't avoid it, but we have to make the situation better. Otherwise, these forest islands are going to vanish off the face of the earth on our watch. And this is staggering that we're allowing this to happen.
With the current rate of deforestation as it is, We may only have a few decades left before the forests are gone completely. It is time for change. With support from the public to implementation of new ideals, we can work together for a brighter future.
Unfortunately, most of us will never get the chance to go to a real rainforest. So by seeing one and being able to feel it, touch it, I'm hot now, sweaty, it smells. I mean, it's a really amazing experience that immediately transforms people's imagination about what a rainforest is to them. It's not just a picture in a newspaper or a clip in a David Attenborough TV show, it's something real. So by engaging these people in rainforest issues, even at quite superficial levels, we hope that they go away feeling a bit more connected and have some kind of hold on their involvement in the rainforest. So they can grasp it for once. We also work with global mining companies around the world. We have an initiative called the Post-Mining Alliance. We're trying to get people to restore landscapes. So if they've cut down some trees to build a mine, we'll try and get them to restore it to a forest. We also work in places like the Seychelles, Thailand, Argentina, and we're working with those countries with local people on the ground to first of all get them trained up in the skills they'll need to fight deforestation. Because lots of these are political and economic and legal issues. They're not for hippies to sort out in hair shirts and sandals saying don't cut the trees down. These are really complicated issues. So by working with these people on the ground, hopefully they develop the skills they need to fight their own local problems.
Without the forests, the earth cannot breathe, keep itself cool, or perpetuate the rain. If we lose them, we lose our main supply of food, materials, and medicines. If we lose them, we lose our battle against climate change. The future of the planet depends on the protection of the forests. If you want to campaign against deforestation or get involved in one of the many causes Eden is fighting for, visit their website for more information.